Mark's final term as Program Director of the Colorado Deposition Program, formerly known as, and in my heart as, the Rocky Mountain Deposition Program, a program that Mark launched and captained for 38 years. It was the very first such public deposition program and remains the premier NEDA deposition program. Just ask Mark. While many of you are veterans of the Colorado Deposition Program, you may not know much about the history of this groundbreaking program because I learned things in the last couple of weeks. Thank you, Danielle. The first program took place at the University of Denver Stern College of Law in 1987. It had 2 sections of 24 participants, and luminaries such as Joe Jordan, John Baker, one of Wendy's predecessors, Art Downey, Peter Hoffman, Francis Concilia, and Justice Kirschbaum of the Colorado Supreme Court participated. Many of us owe our current good fortune to those NEDA veterans and visionaries on whose shoulders we stand. So before I talk about the program's longtime director, let me talk about the legacy and share just a few firsts that the Colorado program can proudly claim, as I was told from the very first time I taught in this program and every time since. It was the first program to make case analysis a regular part of the course. It was the first to emphasize the use of drills to teach basic skills, including workshops that used only drills. It was the first to use focus groups to assist in case analysis, the first to offer a coaching room as a regular part of instruction with a performance room, video review, and coaching. It was the first to include a formal ethics component and use media clips to keep folks engaged. The first to require formal faculty training at every program, regardless of the year's teaching. And the first to adopt flipped classroom videos. It was also the first to institute a second case analysis session more recently to focus on implicit bias. So with all that in mind, let me now turn to our local program director. It took me a while to do this, sir. I read recently that the best teachers are those who tell you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. That's Mark. He gave everyone, all of us, students and faculty alike, the necessary tools and the time to find their own voice and their own style, whether it was in taking a deposition or teaching someone how to do it. He shared his experiences, the resources he came across and those he developed himself, and the feedback he received every year from the participants, which he then used to restyle the program every year, enough to keep it interesting and fresh and even experimental for all of us, which I truly admire. Teaching and running this program was never about ego or accolades for our friend Mark. It was always about the program, the students, and improving their learning experience year over year. Teaching in Mark's program meant constantly trying to improve on past performances, both the programs and our own. And in the process, we all grew as teachers and practitioners of the very skills we were teaching to those in our classrooms. So that's how I know that Mark was not only a great teacher, but a great program director and mentor to all of us. We all learned as we taught. We all improved as we taught. And we all kept coming back because he created this program, family, that year after year brought together people who were skilled lawyers, dedicated teachers, respected colleagues, and good friends. Most of them locals who were actually kind enough to welcome foreigners from the East, like me and Mike, with open arms, for which we thank all of you. In the words of another program director on a national scale, John Quincy Adams, he truly had a national program. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Isn't that a great quote? Yes. Mark was and is such a leader. He inspired everyone in this room to be the best version of ourselves for the sake of NEDA, the participants, and each other. And to have fun while we were doing it, and to be careful out there. Mark put all the right ingredients in a pot, turned up the heat, stirred it once in a while, and made some pretty good educational magic soup. Now, just to prove that at NEDA we practice what we teach, we are entering the gaining admissions part of this tribute.
Yeah.
Appropriate given my last presentation, which is addressed to all of you assembled here, all right? I remind you all, as you learn